Welcome back. As the coronavirus pandemic continues, some Iowans find themselves working in an empty office, from home, or maybe not at all. No matter which one of those fits you, it is an uncertain time that's impacting people across the state financially. We are joined now by Loren Merkle from Merkle Retirement Planning in Grimes to help kind of guide us through what's going on here. Loren, thanks so much for taking a few minutes to talk with us.
No problem, Jack. Thanks for having me.
Well, absolutely. So tell me what your clients are saying to you. I mean, some of them, you probably have the whole range from mild panic to pretty severe panic. What are you hearing out there?
Well, you might be kind of surprised, Jack. I mean, really the important takeaway with what's going on right now with the stock market is it's important to have a plan in place. We probably will end up going through a recession, but that doesn't necessarily mean it has to upset your retirement plan. On average, recessions happen every 4 years. So we're going to see some additional recessions as we go to and through our retirement. But the important thing is we have to have a plan in place to make sure that the stock market movements don't upset the retirement plan and your retirement vision. So the important thing is to put a plan in place. Most people don't have a plan to take on this type of magnitude as far as market volatility, but if you're one of those that doesn't, it's not too late. There's planning techniques you can incorporate right now to help guide you through these uncertain times.
And what we saw today, the Dow up more points in one day than it had been since 1933, I believe, and that's got to help you kind of hold the hands of some of your clients a little bit when you see something like that. How much does that help you?
Yeah, the days like this certainly do help, and I think that's also an important takeaway is if we look back historically and we look at the Dow, the top 5 single biggest day point moves all happened March of this month or March of this year. If we look at the single worst point days in the history of the Dow, all 5 of them also happened March of this year. So we have unprecedented volatility, and it is kind of interesting that when we have a day like today, the mood does kind of change. And that's an important takeaway too, is we don't want our mood to vacillate like the stock market. And if you have that plan in place, you can kind of step away from the momentary volatility, see the big picture, remind yourself of the big picture, and the most important thing is then it helps you not make knee-jerk decisions. Because when we go through unprecedented times of volatility, the market's down by 1,000 points, 2,000 points, up 2,000 points the next day, it tends to lead people to want to make decisions that long-term are not in their best financial interest.
So by knee-jerk saying, hey, I'm going to sell all my stock market positions right now, I'm going to wait till, let's pick a number, the Dow gets to 15,000, and I'm going to push all back in. Is that not something you would advise?
Yeah, a lot of times people in this type of situation, they want to sell out. They say the pain's too much. We can't afford to lose anymore. And if you're 30 or 40 years old, the initiative to do that is not as great as if you're within a couple years from retiring or already retired, and you're going to have to live on this money for the rest of your life. That's when people really start to become anxious and say, no, pain's too much. Let's get out. But the problem is that when this market does rebound, they're not able to take advantage of that market rebound. Right. And I think as painful as this is right now, I think we're going to be looking back about December of this year and saying, wow, this was a wild ride, but we're through it, and the markets have rebounded substantially. And now it's a matter of determining what do we do next, so this next time we go through this type of market volatility or a recession, we don't have that type of ride in the portfolio that we experienced this time.
All right, Loren Merkle from Merkle Retirement Planning in Grimes, thanks so much for spending some time with us.
Happy to be here, Jack. Thank you.